Welcome Max's Garage Mahal. Here today to show you something I just got, and I haven't tested it so much per se as I have been doing research on it and listening to other people's reviews from their own tests. And I have to say that I'm very pleased with this company so far. And the reason why I'm pleased is for all of you that follows me and my fan base, you all know that I've got a couple of different cancers going on. One of them's inoperable, so we're just doing the best we can as we can. And apparently they think enough of us. They sent us this little tool out to try to help us get back on our feet, and or at least do more and get some videos out to you guys, because we hadn't been doing very well as far as getting videos out to you. So I'm going to step aside and show you right here this nice little tool. That's not a space helmet, although it does look like a space helmet. It's a PAPR, or a personal, what's it called? Powered air purifying respirator. I called it a personal respirator, but you know, that's just me. So I'm going to show you the thing real quick. I haven't even put it on my head yet, my hot sweaty head. And that's probably an upgrade to take my old nasty cap off here. But I like that cap, so I'm going to hang it right up over there. Alright, now, I took a bunch of notes, because like I said, I did a lot of research on it. And I want to be accurate. I don't want to misrepresent. They're not paying me in any way, shape, or form to give this information to you, to even show you the product. And I wasn't put on the spot to say something, which most people that want you to do reviews, first thing they say is, we want you to give us a 5-star review. Well, first thing I say back to them is, I'm going to abuse your product, and I'm going to tell people what I find. So I miss a lot of opportunities to send you guys reviews that I would like to do. But you know what? If I'm going to have my arm twisted and someone tell me exactly what you don't want to hear, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to real quickly show you some of these fine points I've got here. And this is a Microclimate Air3. This is the third version. It's a really well thought out version. They sent me some items to go with it. One is this microfiber, big old microfiber cloth here to clean the lens inside and out with. I have no idea what this is. I'll find out later. A charging cable, a charger, and inside this little sack, I've seen it. There it is right there. It's a little tiny plug that you put in the little C3 charging port on your helmet or your phone or whatever you want to plug up. So I'm going to give you some pros and cons. Pros really outweigh the cons by a lot. And it's got dual HEPA filters. I mean, they are huge. Now I'm going to get this thing off the wall here. And as you can see over here on the wall, where it says air in white, that's a piece of paper. That's a piece of paper towel behind those letters, so it stands out. And I like that. It looks good on the wall. So this is what the helmet looks like. And no matter where I go, there's going to be light reflections. So that's the sad thing. They gave me some pointers on how to do that without having light reflections, and I don't have that set up. So these little rings are ring lights that are lighting up this gorgeousness that you see here. Alright, now it's real simple to operate. You push the button once, beeps, and you can hear the fan running inside. Here is the HEPA filter. That thing's bigger than most vacuum cleaners, and it has not one but two. So that's a really neat little thing. Now I'm going to try to get this thing closer to the microphone. I'm going to sort of go black real quickly for a little bit, just so you can get an idea of how loud it is. It's from here, it sounds pretty reasonable. So I like that part. Now it also comes with, this is something I like about it. It comes with another protective shield that you can put over this face shield And this face shield is a N87 Plus, I think it is, Z87 Plus on the ANSI impact ANSI impact protection standards. That's pretty high. I mean, I've worn safety glasses that didn't have that high a lot of times when I was in the machine business, that didn't have that high of an impact standard. But going back to these HEPA filters, when you have as many lung problems and as many lung diseases as I've had and still carry, that's, I think, more than anything, that's the reason why you reached out to me. They've seen my videos and seen that I've tested some other helmets, and they reached out. They didn't say a word about my health, but I feel like that's why they reached out, and I do appreciate them. Now, to turn this off, sitting over running, is you just hold the button down, beeps twice, and it goes off, the light goes out. Alright, now then, I'm going to go back to my notes. Again, I want to be very accurate. The thing I like about this, you can see the face, and you'll see it here shortly in the video. You can see the face unobstructed, and like myself that has facial hair, I don't know about you, but face mask and this facial hair never works out well together. So that's a plus, because this seals around your neck, not around your mouth and nose. Another thing too, let's say that you are a person working with someone that is deaf or has to read lips for some reason, or they have to sign language. They can read your lips because your entire face from here down is exposed, so they can see your facial expressions, they can see your lips. You're not in any way obstructed to their view, which that's a fantastic thing, and I think that was well thought out. Accessible communication, that's what I was talking about. They see clearly your face for lip recognition, and I think that's in lip reading, so that's a big plus on my scale. Smart weight distribution. Now I'm going to show you something. Not sure yet how to show this, but the motor, I don't want to ruin that so by dropping it on the nasty floor. The motor and everything is down here in the bottom, so when it's on your head, it's not at the top, it's not top heavy, and when you lean your head sideways and turn, twist, and go backwards, it doesn't really put a lot of strain on your neck. So that I like, and that part I can tell you from being an old experienced machinist. You always have to figure out weight distribution. It doesn't matter if it's a race car or well, it didn't really matter what it is. If it's movable, you have to figure out how to balance it so it's well balanced. Compared to N95 mask. Now, since 2021, we all know what an N95 mask is. They always leak around your mouth, around the top of your nose. Sometimes they seal up under your chin. But when you take one of those masks off and it's a dusty situation, or if you're turning wood or whatever you're doing that requires a lot of breathing around real heavy dusty situations, you'll find dust and dirt not only getting in your mouth, it's getting in your lungs. This seals off around your neck. Don't have to worry about that. You can also charge it while it's running. All you need is somebody on a bicycle running along behind. No, that's not the way it works. You can just plug it into a little battery pack on your side and charge that thing while you're operating. That's a pretty neat little deal. You can also plug it into a wall outlet if you're working in a short space where you get your cord's long enough. Oh, by the way, very important, you don't have any kind of air tubes connected to it. Only thing you might connect to it, again, is if you're working a lot of hours, like 10 hours or so. I think the battery's supposed to last between 8 and 10 hours. Then if it does take that long to do the job, or the job entails you being at a workstation for 8 to 10 hours, then it should operate through the entire, whatever your shift happens to be. If it gets over that, you probably need to have two of these things. Now, the batteries are proprietary to the machine. You have to send it back to Microclimate in order for them to replace your batteries. I don't foresee that happening because these things have like a 2,000 hour warranty on them as far as the battery goes, and that's quite a few hours. So I believe you'd probably get your shift done at least for a year, I think. Now I'm going to talk about the cons, and I'll show you how I put it up here. I said cons, real talk. When I talk about a con, I want to tell you the con. Con on this thing. Oh, by the way, these are NIOSH approved. That means National Institute of Safety and Health. I'm doing this for the health part of it. The safety is just, man, that's just an added little deal that I think is wonderful, because I don't have to wear another pair of glasses or safety glasses over these. The helmet itself, the face shield, is safety approved. Now, being NIOSH approved comes with a steep price, okay? These people had it tested themselves to make sure that they are NIOSH approved. NIOSH is one of our government agencies that they put them really through the test. So these people had to, get wrung out to make sure their helmets, when they provide them to you, are what they say they are. These things, they range from $700 to $1,000, and depends on the configuration that you purchase. And while it's more important than high-end models, industrial systems like the 3M, and I can't even think the name of those right now. I've had one on, and it's really heavy. Got a big old hose about that big around. Just put that to my face, and it goes down your back and hooks to something wherever you happen to set it or hook it to. And it's really uncomfortable. You move your head, it's always trying to pull it off one way or the other. Not bashing 3M, because they're selling a product that they believe in. More power to them. Let's see, I think the 3M is called a VersaFlow, if I remember right when I got that one. I feel like that VersaFlow is just completely out of reach price-wise. I know I can't touch them. And I just got one to test for just a few moments at a big supply house, and I thought it was great at the time, but I just knew I couldn't afford it, and I didn't get to bring it home. It's a little heavier than it looks. Weighs 3.5 pounds, 1.6 kilograms. That, to me, is a little bit on the heavy side, but at the same time, it being balanced, it really doesn't affect you as much as it sounds like it would. So I would like to see it get a little lighter. If they can make them lighter, that'd be fantastic. It's working the way it is, and I'm sure they probably won't go to work to change that. But if they come out with a fourth one, there are some things that I can see I would like to add or change. And some of my final thoughts are that it is thoughtfully designed. I'll have to give them that. When you see, I'm going to put some links to some other much better review artists. These people, I've seen some of these reviews, are super, super detailed. They take the things apart, put them back together. I don't want to do that on this because I'm going to use it, and I don't want to take a chance of breaking a seal. Especially good for professionals that use these things and have to use them 6, 8, 10 hours a day. I think that's a fantastic idea. And they're good for laboratories, workshops. They are particulate designed. They're not for vapors. They're not for car painting or finishing furniture where you're using a lot of vapors that are dangerous. So don't buy one for that, because it's not what it's designed for. It is not FDA approved. They haven't gone through that testing yet that I know of. And it is not FDA. FDA would be for like hospital use, or for like myself, where you have some sort of inoperable lung problem where you're depending on that to save you from, but it is health related from NIOSH. So to me, that's what I'm going for, is for the particulates. I can catch a speck of dust from something. I've had three different exotic lung diseases that they don't even have in this country, and I've never been out of this. I haven't been out of this country since 2006, 2008, and that was just in Mexico. So that's not a big deal. But I have had it, and it's tough. You don't want it. This Pepper or Powered Air Purifying Respirator, it has a approval number of 21C 1374 if you want to look that up. NEOS 21C-1374. And the Air3 offers effective filtration. And you have two HEPA filters as large as those are, and the ports are rather large at the bottom of those, so as that dirt gets around that helmet, it has a large filter. It also has a large area for that filter to pull air through into the system, so you're not sitting there trying to pull on it like that, because I did stick my face to it. You know, I can tell you right now, just putting a face to it and pulling the seal up, you can breathe just like you normally breathe. You don't have to sit there and huff and puff like you do wearing one of these masks with the filters on it. I mean, those things, I can't even operate with those. They put me on my knees in just a few moments. Again, these are just some afterthoughts. Don't, again, try to use these things for clinical healthcare environments where FDA approval is mandated, because they're not telling you that's what they do, and they won't, I don't think. But I think, and I could be wrong, I think they are working toward that area. It's really good for long-term wearers, tech-savvy users, labs, healthcare, accessibility, conscious environments, and for budget-constrained users like myself, if I buy a second one, this one is free. Didn't cost me a thing. I am making this video of my own volition. I wasn't even told I had to do a video. They just sent it to me basically to make sure I'm doing okay. Thank God, and thank you, Microclimate Air3. I really do appreciate it. There it is. I'm going to keep it up on the wall. You can see it over there, Air Microclimate. That is a sack that you put this in. It's not a banner, but I'm going to put it up like a banner because I'm really proud of that. I mean, I'm proud of the company as well. Now, I'm going to come back later in another video. It's not going to be right away. I'm going to use this thing. I'm going to abuse the thing. But that's just max. And then I'm going to come back and let you know how this sucker works, because if it can stand up to me, it's probably going to do a really good job for you. So if this thing looks to suit you guys, and it is already hot in my little shop out here, but I'm going to do something I've considered and I've thought about is putting this on without, and I just had a cancer burned off my nose today, or not burned off, froze off. I've been wondering how to go about getting this on without dislodging my glasses or upsetting them in any way. So I'm going to try this. We're going to see how this works out. And I hadn't had a chance to even adjust the headpiece on it yet. So this is all going to be interesting. But at the same time, I'm going to put it on like it's a t-shirt. Well, I dislodged the glasses. Looks like I dislodged the glasses, doesn't it? So it's got some learning to do yet. and it's not fogging up. No fog. Are y'all still with me? I tell you what, I know it's going to work. Next video, I'll come back and I'll show you me working in them. I'm going to grind some dusty stuff like descale, some rusty angle iron. I'm going to put that on video. I'm going to scoot the camera back so you can see the whole thing and 2 or 3 other little things. And that way I'll have a lot more personal information that I can bring you on these. Right now, as far as the way the thing operates, the way the thing looks, the way the thing feels, it feels really well built. I'm going to, oh, by the way, something else, just for your little levity, something that does come with, these people think of everything. They even put some of this stuff in there for some of us OCD people that just really loves to pop. So thank you, Microclimate. We do appreciate that, because you know what, that's going to make my day a lot better after not be able to get that helmet on there without messing up my glasses. So we do appreciate you. And if you got anything out of this video, give us a thumbs up, hit us the like button, share these things, and if you haven't already, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next Microclimate Air 3 helmet video. It hopefully will be much better than this one. And to Microclimate, I apologize for putting out such a terrible video, but at least it is honest. And we do want to make sure that if it's a really great product, and I can't see that it's not, that we help you sell some of these things, and the people that buy them, we hope you love them as much as we think we're going to. So thank you guys for stopping by Max's Garage Mahal. We appreciate it very much, and as we always say here, and usually have my hat on, y'all come back and see us now, you hear?